Welcome back to Young Trip Reactions. The next video we're going to do that's been on my mind, because this is just absolutely crazy, is employee at a store attacks black pastor patron in their store. This is crazy. Like I said, this is a story that's been on my mind. I had to redo a couple of reactions, but I definitely wanted to get to this story because this is crazy. Let's get into it.
Pastor, pregnant woman, loses her baby after being attacked by a Circle K employee. Here's the footage, and I will give you the update. Here it is.
No, wait. Is there anything else I can help you with? You're being nasty. Stop being nasty. I don't have to, ma'am, because I didn't be nasty towards you. Now you're raising your voice at me? I am. Because you're being nasty, and you're going to call the police. Yes, I am, because I'm taking care of you. And then you're going to put down the Yeah, because I don't... Yeah, me too. I don't need to deal with this. I don't either. I don't know why you're still raising your voice. Because you're being nasty and you don't see it. Okay, hold on. Get the okay, stop. This doesn't have to be like that around me. Yes, you guys need to stop it. Wow. Look at your dad. Stop. Go get your dad. You gotta get this is over gas. You can't even grab somebody. Knock it off. Try to call my coworker. You gotta let me go.
Put it up full mass.
Put this shit up full mass.
Clearly, you see the Circle K clerk, the employee. Her name is Shannon Walsh. She comes from around her area. I mean, she runs toward the customer who's on the floor. There's a verbal conflict. There's a disagreement. It happens. But she took it to the next level. I'm taking you to Ohio. Miss Daria Francis on the left has now filed a federal lawsuit against Circle K after clerk Shannon Walsh on the right, who physically attacked her, allegedly causing her to miscarry.
Oh my God. I'm reacting to this in real time, yo. I've only seen like the very beginning where, he says, black pastor suffers miscarriage. This is crazy. This is insane. I mean, she comes around the counter. You know me. I'll have the original video pinned at the top of the chat as always, and in a link in the description if you want to go and watch the original video. She comes around the counter and attacks the patron, the pregnant pastor. Oh yeah, she got to stand before the Lord and Savior about this one. She got to stand before the Lord and Savior over this one by attacking one of his high-ranking people. Whew. Let's continue, y'all.
Francis, a 40-year-old minister, was 8 weeks pregnant when she and her two children, 8 and 13, went into a Circle K store on May 23rd to pay while her husband, Dathan Stukes, a pastor, was outside fueling up their car. That's according to their personal injury lawsuit filed in U.S. District.
So the husband was outside, putting the gas in, being the man, and the two kids went with mom into the store. This is crazy, yo. Let's continue.
Court, Ohio, December 8th, and obtained by Atlanta Black Star. Francis paid for the gas, but then realized she had forgotten to enter her Circle K customer rewards program number and posed the question to the clerk, Ms. Shannon Walsh. to void the transaction so she could redo the transaction and earn savings on the gas. Frances paid for the gas, but then realized she had forgotten to utilize that particular number. Store surveillance video of the incident provided by the plaintiff's attorney, Charles Boyk, cuts in as the situation becomes more tense. You're being nasty. Frances can be heard telling Walsh, quote, "Stop being nasty." Walsh threatens to call the police. Then tells Frances, "Get the F out." Frances replies, "Okay, Karen," as Walsh begins throwing items at her.
And exactly what I said already at the beginning of this video. Racist Karen attacks pregnant black pastor. And the pastor said exactly what I was thinking. Karen, let's give that pastor a clap. Absolutely. 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 A straight up Karen. All that lady was doing was saying, hey, can you void that charge so I can re-ring it in and use my store credits because I forgot to put it in. Basically, she's telling her no. You know, I've done so many stories already about like customer service. I didn't necessarily know that this was exactly a customer service video, but I've already done like quite a bit of customer service videos as a person who has a degree in customer service. You know, as in I have a culinary arts degree. You know, that have cooked in a lot of restaurants. You should try to do everything you can to try to satisfy the customer to prevent these types of situations. All she was asking to do, it wasn't a serious thing that where it needed to go this far. All she said is, hey, can we re-ring it in so I can use my points? A person like me would have been like, oh, okay, cool. You know, or if I don't know how to do it or I don't know about it, oh, I'll go ask the manager how we can do this so we can get this done for you. Too many people today is just not wanting to do that. That doesn't make any sense. Just help the customer. I don't get it. I don't get it. As a person who's had a degree in hospitality and been in this industry for over 15 years in the hospitality industry, I've always just took care of my customers. Just did what they needed me to do. You know, I know this is not particularly hospitality, you know, but this is still customer service. And the point of me bringing this up is, like I said, because I have other videos that I've already put out and planning to put out of customer service videos of people just not providing good customer service. I've dealt with bad customer service myself. It's crazy. I don't get it. You applied for a job. Just do the job. Let's continue.
From behind the store counter, including a jar full of change that her attorney says hit Frances in the stomach. Now, a couple of things already.
A jar of change hit her in the stomach. Oh my God. Let's continue.
One, when the clerk threatened to call the police, no crime had been committed. For what? What crime? Because you don't like her request? Because you don't want to take the opportunity to help a family save a few dollars here or there? That's what the rewards program is for. That's why you have it. And it is within your authority to void the transaction, do it over in order for the family to take advantage of the discount that Circle K says families should be able to take advantage of.
And the other thing is her talking about calling the police, right? I've seen so many as as I start to get more and more into adding reactions along with my music on my channel. What I've been also noticing is that people that are Caucasian are using the police as a threat when the other person has not done anything wrong, when in fact they're doing something wrong. To use the police as a threat against other races besides Caucasian, to knowing that they're going to come because I'm Caucasian and they're instantly going to side with me, and your life is going to be a living hell because they're going to just instantly run after you, attack you to the ground, handcuff you, and you're going to resist, and you're going to do all these things to try to explain your side, even though you're really right. They're going to believe me because I got the same skin color as most of them, right? And you're going to be in the back of a squad car, and even if the truth comes out of what really happened, you're going to be charged with resisting. And I'm going to be charged, if I get charged, I'm going to be charged with what I did to you, right? And that is just crazy to me that people these days will use the police as a person who's always wanted to be a homicide detective and wanted to be a police officer. Anybody who is a police officer, anybody who's ever wanted to be a police officer, even if they can't be a police officer, like in my situation, right? We are people who are doing it, or people who wanted to do it. There's other things that we should be doing or needing to do to help the community. If somebody's threatening to unalive somebody and they actually have a push button machine, we need to go to those calls immediately. If, somebody's getting their house broken into, or somebody got their car stolen, or there's a missing child, or there are so many other things that we need to be doing, or police officers in general, or anybody who's ever wanted to be one. There's other things that police officers have to do besides sitting here with you trying to attack the real victim because you're trying to use your race to get your way. For anybody who does that, or anybody who's doing that, shame on you. Because that's not what the police system is for. See, what it seems like is a lot of these uncivilized Karens is using, like how it used to be that back when police were first brought in, it was used to return people that were slaves, so African Americans or people of other races besides Caucasian, to return them back to their slave master if they ran away. Obviously slavery is long gone, and so now police are used to, police in their communities, right? But obviously we still have a lot of racist cops though too. And that's exactly what this lady wanted. She wanted to say, hey, quit playing with me. And if you don't stop playing with me and just accept that you paid full price today and just go home, I'm going to call the police, and we already know what's going to happen. You already know they're going to side with me, and all I got to do is show my little skin color, and everything is going to go my way. Police have other things to do besides getting calls just because you want to play victim, even though you're the victimizer. I hate seeing situations like this where people are threatening people with the police by their skin color. Makes me sick as a person who always wanted to be a police officer. Let's continue.
But you want to call the police. Then you decide to actually throw physical objects at a human being whom has broken no law, poses no threat and has done nothing to physically harm you. You just don't like her position on the argument. And then you come from behind the counter to brutally attack another human being who happens to be a customer of Circle K.
Yeah. And like Rashad just said, you came from behind the counter, from behind your job, and then if she defended herself and then you ran back and tried to call the cops, they would probably come if they send one of those racist bootlickers to come to the scene that will instantly side with you and not even go back through the camera footage. They'll instantly believe you. And that this woman will be looked at as the aggressor, even though you're the aggressor, and that you attacked her and made her have an abortion. You uncivilized mutt should be ashamed of yourself. Let's continue.
Then Walsh quickly moves from behind the counter and accosts Francis. The lawsuit says the clerk grabbed the pregnant woman by the hair, then slammed her into a drink container before...
Wow. Grabbed her by her hair and slammed her into a counter. Oh, my Lord. Oh. I'm reacting to this in real time, so I'm pausing. As I said at the beginning, I only seen like the snippet of this at the beginning and I saved it so I could actually react to it in real time so I can get my real reaction to it. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let's continue.
Repeatedly striking her with a closed fist. In the video, Francis fights back.
Striking her with a closed fist. And of course she's going to have to fight back now. This is crazy, yo. Let's continue.
Her oldest child to go get their father. During the altercation, Walsh called.
I would have hopefully had her do that a long time ago. I would have said, hey, go get this person. Go get my partner. Go get your father. This is crazy, yo. Let's continue.
Francis, racist insult, including an animal and ghetto.
Called her an animal and ghetto. An animal and called her ghetto. A woman that has a husband who is married and there with her two children, you calling her ghetto. Do you have a husband? Are you in a successful dating or marriage relationship? Why are you so quick to call somebody ghetto? Because just because somebody is black does not mean, or another race besides Caucasian, does not mean that they're ghetto, does not mean that they're walking around as a single mother, or whatever else that may make you feel or think that somebody is ghetto because you're assuming because of their skin color. The husband is on his way in. Let's continue. Hold on, y'all.
The complaint contends. There's a sense of irony there, isn't it? Calling the person that you have attacked an animal. The individual that you threw things at. Ghetto.
I think we know who the real ghetto one is in this situation. Don't we? Karen. Let's continue.
Bowling Green Police EMS, they responded to the scene. Walsh was later charged with assault in Bowling Municipal Court. She pled no contest to...
She should have been charged with assault and first-degree murder. Let's continue.
Negligent assault and was found guilty in October. 13 ABC in Toledo reported she was sentenced by the court to complete anger management training, the lawsuit states. Frances sustained extensive bruising and suffered a miscarriage later that week, which the lawsuit claims was directly caused by Wash's violent assault. The incident.
If you can't catch your breath and treat
Advertisement. Wait one moment, y'all.
mucus plugs, dense blockages, suffocating your airways like corks in a bottle. Here's the only way to dissolve.
Has taken a severe psychological toll on Frances and her husband, as well as her children who witnessed it. Quote, losing a child, whether it was full-blown baby or just a small fetus, you still lost a child. And the way it happened was really, really traumatizing, Stooks told 13 ABC News. And it was her choice to keep it. It was her choice to keep that child, not somebody else's choice to simply take it away from her. The complaint accuses Wash of assault, battery, and negligence. It accuses Mac Convenience Stores LLC, that's a store franchisee, and the Arizona-based Circle K Stores Inc. of neglecting or negligent hiring.
Negligent hiring. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's give him a clap. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Hit them with that as well, too. Negligent hiring of a Karen. Let's continue.
Training and supervision, and finds them vicariously liable, as they should have known that Walsh had violent tendencies that made her unsuitable for a position that involves interaction with the business patrons. The plaintiffs, Frances and Stooks, seek a jury trial to determine compensatory damages of at least $75,000 in legal costs. Circle K corporate representatives did not immediately respond to a request for comment from Atlanta Black Star. So a couple of things.
Of course they weren't going to respond. They can't believe who they hired. Or, did they already know the type of person that they hired? Of course they can't respond. Of course they don't got nothing to say. They can't believe what she did. She attacked a woman and made her have a miscarriage. Let's continue. Uncivilized mutt. I hope she see my video. Let's continue.
For $75,000, at least $75,000 legal costs is just a placeholder number. That's to qualify it as a federal lawsuit. So you got to have that $75,000 at least. The other dynamic where they are accusing Circle K and the franchisee of negligent hire, typically when an attorney agrees with that in the filing, is because the individual has some sort of record that can be verified, usually. And the franchisee had the authority or the right to check that background and did not use it in their hiring, and it should have known.
Oh, basically what that means is if they did know, obviously it sounds like she must have a record of doing something, and the company still chose to hire her in, which, a lot of companies will do that. They'll say, hey, we'll give this person an opportunity, even though, that, they did something illegal, or something like that, because they're trying to redeem themselves. But you got to be careful with that, because it could lead to exactly just like this. Let's continue.
That this was a tendency. Okay. This was significantly unprovoked. If you're working at a restaurant, a store, a 7-Eleven, you're going to disagree with somebody, period. To come from behind the counter after throwing things at them in order to physically assault them is criminal and quite extreme and insane.
And as you heard me bring up about my hospitality degree, I have a degree in hospitality and restaurant management, went to culinary school, have a full-on culinary degree, been in this industry, been in that industry for over 15 years. You're going to disagree with people. I've had people say, hey, my burger ain't done enough. My burger too done. My French fries is, ain't crispy enough. Like I said, I've already done other videos like this. This is crazy, yo. This is crazy. If you work in a customer service job, you are going to disagree with people. If you have a problem with disagreeing, then you need to be self-employed, really. Because even if you work as a person who sit at a desk and work at an office, you still have a supervisor to report to, their manager, other people, and you're going to have disagreements with them, and they're the boss. So you got to do what they say. So if you got a problem with following instructions and doing what somebody else tell you to do, it's best to just go be self-employed. Let's continue.
Yeah, I think insane is definitely the right word. I mean, watching this video, it's like it went from 0 to 60 and then from 60 to allegedly a tragedy. Also, I mean, like, I have an immense amount of sympathy for people who work at gas stations. I imagine that is one of the more difficult jobs that you can possibly have these days. You're dealing with all sorts of people from all walks of life, all day, every day. But in this clip, it's not even that busy, at least from what you can tell, or what I can tell. It looks like there's very few people there. It's during the day. There's no reason, it seems to be, that she couldn't have helped this lady. And as you said, there's an economic element to this. People are needing to save money and pinch pennies wherever they can. And if that means they have to walk into a gas station to do an exchange over, then they have to do that. And that's okay. It's also something that helps the company. It helps Circle K. It helps the gas. So it is, there's no reason not to just allow yourself a little bit of moment to go calm. But you see in the video, she just sort of snaps. And it's like, it goes from 0 to 60 so quickly that I hope she continues and finishes this anger management. And she might need to, maybe take some extension courses once or twice.
Yeah, seriously.
Advertisement. I don't know. Man, this is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This woman walks into a store that she's obviously been a customer at for a very long time to have customer rewards and choose to sign up with their rewards program. Her and her 2 kids walk in, husband's outside pumping gas. She just thinks it's a normal day. And she rings up everything and then realizes, and head out to the car and then realize, oops, I forgot to use my rewards. Go back in. Hey, I want to use our rewards. And the lady's just like, nope, you already paid. Too bad, too sad, out of luck. And, she's trying to be like, well, I really want to be able to use my rewards. Those are rewards that you guys offer. Man, we're not letting you use your rewards. Throwing things at her over the counter. Talking crazy to her. Calling her ghetto. Everything under the sun. And then she just decides to bomb rush her, get over the counter, walk around the counter, jump over the counter, whatever she did, bomb rush her and knock her to the ground, hit her in the stomach with a glass jar of change, then punch her in the face, continue to hit her all in her body, make her suffer a miscarriage. This uncivilized mutt needs to be held fully accountable. She should have been charged with attempted murder and murder for the situation with the child in itself. This woman is totally uncivilized. And if she's seen my video, this is what I want her to know. You are definitely an uncivilized mutt Karen that needs to be put in the penitentiary and needs to be serving years. You should be ashamed of yourself. Your parents, I'm sure, are ashamed. I'm sure anybody that you are talking to, your husband, if you even have one of those, calling somebody else ghetto, or your boyfriend, if you even have one of those, should also be ashamed of you as well, too. Because if you have any children, you just embarrassed them. You attacked another woman in front of her children. You should be ashamed of yourself. Let me know what you guys think of this video. I'll have this video pinned at the top of the chat, going back to Rashad Ritchie as usual, and in a link in the description. And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Man, this is crazy. Drop some comments. Let me know what you guys think about this story. And join the Young Trip family. I noticed that, there's a lot of people liking the videos or watching the videos at least. They're watching the videos. But it's been about a week since I gained new subscribers. So just make sure that, if you want to continue to hear stories like this, I drop a new reaction every day. I also have music on my channel if you want to check that out as well too. And to the pastor and her husband, I'm just so sorry to know that something like this happened to you guys. You're supposed to, be able to go somewhere, complete your business, be treated right. Just so sorry that this happened to you guys. I'll be praying for you guys. I'm sure other people who will watch my video will be as well too. And man, I'll keep you guys uplifted, man. This really bothered me. Again, like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, join the Young Trip family. Like I said, a lot of people are watching but not subscribing or nothing like that. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.